Hey, it's Romeo. How you doing, huh? You know, today we got ourselves a real live Englishman here that we is gonna get all the answers to them questions that everybody ought to be asking, right? You know, so we're just gonna jump into it, okay? So with me here today is Nigel, Pumbleton, Pendleton, Bumblestomp. Bundlesworth, it's Bundlesworth. Nigel Pendleton Bundlesworth. At your service. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You know, I see you brought some stuff in with you. Oh yes, the Lady Silver. I wasn't finished polishing it, and I thought it prudent to bring it along. I sometimes like to polish it when I'm feeling anxious. Yeah, you and everybody else, right? Yeah, it's like a teapot or whatever. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So why don't we just jump into the questions? Okay. Righto. Indubitably. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So question number 1. Why are the English? Why are the English what? Okay, I suppose you could ask that too. No, I mean, what is it that you're asking what the English are? Forget about it. Don't matter now. Let's move on. Let's skip it. Now, question number 2. The English. They drink lots of tea, right? So, what's the matter with them? Oh, we undoubtedly enjoy our tea, most definitely. But why does there have to be anything the matter with that? And use what they call in proper terms a butler. We prefer the term gentleman's gentleman, you know. It has a more refined gravitas to it, don't you think? Well, I think gravity is pretty fine as it is, but I ain't English. You people do seem like you gotta keep doing something until it ain't good no more, though. Maybe you should try, just not being so English, once in a while. Beg your pardon. Oh, that's okay. You don't know any better. Question number 6. Is your favorite tea made with bay leaves? Get it? Like the bay, where the tea got dunked in? Well, as insensitive as that question is, I believe I should have to say my favorite tea is Earl Grey. You sure you don't mean Earl Bay? Hey, who's your favorite director? Oh, I bet I know. It's Michael Bay, right? See, you got the rub down going on there. Yeah. Okay. Question number 6. You already asked number 6. All right, smart guy. Question number 3. What exactly does a gentleman's gentleman do? Because it sounds kind of, red light district, if you know what I'm saying. Not in the slightest. Well, a gentleman's gentleman, such as myself, is responsible for keeping his lord or lady's house in order, which includes managing finances, shopping, tidying up, making tea, and various other little services, all designed to be one absolute most delightful package of England. Tidying up? Feels like a housewife in a penguin suit? No, sir. We're an entirely separate sort of service, distinguished for centuries. Yeah, okay, housewife. Question number 7. Why is it that the English always got to keep naming everything with such weird names? Even your games are weird, like grasshopper or whatever. Cricket, sir. A national pastime much as your baseball is in your country. Yeah, well, we don't name our games after insects, do we? No, sir. You reserve your names for teams with racist connotations, such as the Redskins. Oh, that's football. That's completely different. Baseball's completely different. And what about crumpets? That sounds like a crumpled trumpet. Who's gonna want to eat that? Why don't you choose something that sounds delicious, like like a Sicilian pizza pie or whatever. A lasagna. Have you ever seen how lasagna is spelled? It appears as though one had an aneurysm halfway through and the speaker's tongue dangled out of the mouth. Lasagna. Lasagna. Yeah, well, at least in America, you don't put your socks in your boots and end up with your feet in your trunk. Now, we can argue septics all day long. I believe you mean semantics. The point is, I got lots of words that you ain't never heard of before, because I'm defecated and use a fancy housewife with a tea habit. Well, speaking of words, in this country, it ain't important to know what a word means in order to be able to use it, as our president so perfectly menstruates. He's a prime rib example of word usage. Like my Aunt Margaret. If she had to know the meaning of every word before she used it, she would have been silent as a tomb. Which, now that I think about it, maybe that's the best argument for knowing what a word means. But I digest. Last question of the day. What's the deal with brisket? Why is the English leaving the country of Europe over some barbecues? Is it because you ain't got any good barbecues? Because when you think of the English, you don't think of good barbecues, really, So maybe if you guys just got yourselves some good barbecues, then everything could be fixed. Forgive me for prying, but have you by any chance ever had a CAT scan? CAT scan? No, I can't say that I have. I have been looked over by a raccoon once or twice. But I ain't never been scanned by no cats. Random. Well, that's all the time we got for today, so I guess we're gonna have to ask about the Queen's special pajamas next time. Until then, as the Irish say, Mansuego, or whatever.